Hello there, it's David Gibson here from the Leasehold team at Thackeray Williams, doing a video on the recent Law Commission proposals to change the law in relation to leasehold enfranchisement and what's been recommended to come through. Further developments are awaited on that in the next 6 months to see whether these proposals actually come into force, but there are some interesting recommended changes in these reports. One of which is that currently when you have the ability for several leaseholders acting together in a block of flats to buy the freehold of their block together, called enfranchisement, there's an exclusion for if that block is mixed use, if there's a commercial element to it. Currently, if it's around 25%, you can't, as leaseholders, if your block has that mix, it has 25% of a commercial element in it, it prevents you from buying a freehold. There's a proposal to drop that, increase that actually, to say that you need it to be 50% commercial in order to prevent leaseholders from exercising this right, which is quite interesting. It means a building which is as much commercial as it is residential would actually be capable of being bought out by those residential owners. So whereas normally you get a situation where this 25% rule, if there's a couple of flats above a shop and the shop's quite large, then the square footage tends to be more commercial, you can't buy it. Now if that's changed and that percentage is different, you're now at that, you've got over 50% being residential, you'd be able to buy it out, including the freehold of those commercial premises. It might be very expensive because those commercial premises might have quite a considerable value and market rent for them, but nonetheless there is this potential here, and some buildings and sites have been constructed with this in mind, a structure where from a commercial perspective you intentionally keep a solid amount of it to have a commercial element, more than that 25% mark, so as to avoid a situation where you risk the flats buying you out of that freehold and taking away your ability to be a commercial freeholder to let those commercial premises below. And you've done it based on the 25% element, and now if these changes come through, that will change, and you may now run a risk of enfranchisement, someone buying you out of those commercial premises using those rights where you wouldn't have before. Interesting change, and as I've been saying in these videos, continue to watch this space as we go through and sort of analyse the recommended changes and proposals for the future.